was backwards. Fuck a Bobby Yayo, I'm killing off all the chapters. Confidential former, we all know you an actor. Fake Cali activist, don't make me smack a bitch. I do this shit extravagant, don't make me stab again. Get rolled up like an avalanche. I heard he's a chatter man, he's loading all the data man. Watching me gon' tell again, you ain't gotta tell a friend. Murder mission, mini men, free BT and his friends, bitch. Free young dog, nigga, free baby show, Lil Mousy, Mac Dre. Knock him off his block, twin. I knocked him off, twin. Who ranked it, nigga? Knock, 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 knock him off his block, twin. I knocked him off, twin. Alright, knock, 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 knock him off his block, twin. I knocked him off, twin. Yeah, nigga, rest in peace, Baby G, nigga, free Mac Dre, nigga. Cisco, nigga. Baby G rap, nigga. Still the same freedom mob, nigga.
Get fucking down. Get the fuck out of here. Kick the fuck him out. Hey, young boy, come here. Come here, young boy.
Son of you know you gotta do something. The streets ain't gonna like this.
What you mean the streets ain't gonna like this?
Yeah. I told you don't fuck with me, nigga. Niggas know I'm ready retarded. Please don't get me started. If you rank on
Okay.
Hey, Flip, what's up? So there I was.
Okay, no, for sure. Here, let's go back to these screens. Yeah, all right, man. So that was a great introduction right there, man, for my boy King James, man. You know what I'm saying? He had a gas real quick on that track, man. Make sure everybody goes to bro's IG and goes checks out that reel, man. The song will be out soon on all platforms, I'm sure.
For sure.
But okay, bro. So just for an icebreaker, about how long you've been doing content since you got out?
Shit, I've been doing content about like 2 weeks after I got out. You know, I got out March 12th.
Okay.
Last year, you feel me?
Yeah.
2 weeks. And it was just like, you know what I mean, being in prison so long, you know, in them hoes and all that, and not having no one to talk to and shit, like, you know what I mean? It was like, I'm talking to my kids and my wife, and I'm telling my wife certain stories about certain shit that took place within 12 years because they want to know what happened in there and stuff.
Yeah.
And they didn't understand it. So it felt like I was like, because they don't know the politics or the politics or the political standpoints, you know?
Okay. No, all right, for sure. So
you know, I turned
to go ahead.
I turned to this thing that they consider is not real, this thing they consider is not human, you know, which is called social media. You know, these phones, right? People live by the phone, they die by the phone, they do everything by the phone. And it's like, I beg the difference on social media not being real, because social media got snitches, social media got prostitution, social media got gang shit, they got real shit, they got fake shit, they got child molesters, rapists, they got all type of shit, you feel me? So, and this motherfucker becoming human because it talk back to you. It got multiple personalities, you feel me?
No, that's real. No, I mean, shit, especially too, you know, the way that AIs, you know, adapted throughout the years and shit like that. You could do really anything now. You could take a picture of your face and put it on somebody else's face and have it talk and make it look real as shit. Like, hey, bro, why was you doing this? You know what I'm saying? But it's not even you. So it's some crazy shit. It's definitely something out of this world for sure. So I agree with that. Something out of this world for sure. And man, clout's a hell of a drug, bro. And people die from it all the time. So
yeah, you know, like it is like, you know, a lot of people do stuff for clout, but some people, they lack impulse control. And I'll be the first person to admit that I lack impulse control and I struggle in that department because I just go right back to the negative behavior patterns. You feel me? And all that comes with growth from an adolescent and the shit you was taught. You know, the things you were taught as an adolescent. It's kind of like, you know how like, you know, you out in Dago, so it's West Coast shit. You know how like niggas had pigeons and pet bulls and all that.
Sure.
And you know, you wanted a certain type of breed. Like, you know, like when I was coming up, we wanted them red noses, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know why we made the motherfucking mean, knowing one day that it's gonna turn on us. You feel me?
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, the environment, the elements in your environment, you become a product of that environment, right? And it's like they put you in the cage like the dog, and they teach you how to hate these people. Oh, they wear this color, go get them. If they're this color race, go get them. Oh, I hate this, I hate that. And once you come out that cage like that pet bull, once that front door open up, that motherfucker run out. Now you chasing it down the street. You feel me?
Yeah, no, that's real. Okay.
You know, that's what goes on out west. That's what's going on out here.
That's real.
And then you know, when you try to tell that pet bull, that blue or that red nose pet bull, or that China black, you know, or that all white with the polka dot stripes, look, man, chill, relax. You tripping. They gonna take you to the pound. Then next they gonna put you down. You feel me? That's what's going on in society on the West Coast, like with this, you know, with this gang shit and all that shit. Then when you go to the pound, right, it's different from a regular dog pound. You know what I mean? Because the regular dog pound is like shit. Hey, they mark your name and they mark that little dog name in the book. Next time he come here tripping, they gonna kill him.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
But you go to prison, you know, the adult dog, you know, the human dog pound, after you out here running wild like an animal, because these niggas have taught you to do this shit, right? You go to prison. Now you got to hang with other dogs that you know you're not cool with. And you got to learn to respect these dogs. You feel me?
Nah, that's
you know
real.
what I mean? And a lot of these dogs bite is bigger than they bark. A lot of they bark is bigger than they bite. Some of these dogs don't got no tail. Some of their tails be tucked between their legs. You feel me?
Nah,
So
that's
what's
real.
going on out west.
That's real. That's real. Okay. And so would you say that social media kind of turned people a little bit more you know, that more animalistic to really get out of character and use, because you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, we all have those animal senses and emotions like that we could act off of if we don't, you know, see it right away. You know what I'm saying? Because going off your emotions is a hell of a drug too, bro.
Right.
Lead off your emotions, you could unalive somebody off your emotions.
Hell
off,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So your emotions is like a animalistic, it's an animal instinct inside of you, right? So what I'm saying is, do you think that social media kind of brought that more out of people, bro? Because you see people that was, you know, squares now on here net banging and going back and forth with people and doing all this stuff that you would never see them do outside, but behind the camera, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it does bring a certain type of animal out of a person, like because it's just that lead up. It's like, you know, like right now, no disrespect to nobody, right? But if let's say if Lotto, say me and you was in the same room and Lotto came in the room on that, like, nigga, what's up, nigga? I got these rubbers. This is what we fit to do, right? Just leading up to that, a nigga probably come, this one like a bad back. A nigga fits the bus, like, you feel me? You know what I mean? Because like the insight, so it's like when you getting into it with niggas on social media and you going back and forth, it's like you gotta let your nuts hang. Like you let your nuts hang, right? Because some of these niggas is internet niggas. But a lot of people out here out west and like, you know what I mean, niggas know niggas grow up people and they like, man, look, don't let this shit get the best of you, bro. You gonna do something stupid. You know what I mean? Because like this shit brings out that element of that, like, you know, that animal, that beast, and it's like you leading up to that moment. Then when you get there, like, what you gonna do? You gonna shit on the pot or you gonna get off? You feel me?
No, that's real. That's real. That's for sure. That's for sure. And I mean, I hate to say it, but a lot of those people, you know what I'm saying, some of them, they're not really, you know what I'm saying, like they're not really equipped to be about all that. Right. Say for instance, you're popping it online and that person sees you. 9 times out of 10, I hate to say it, but they shaking that person's hand like, hey, bro, it's just content. You feel me? Not saying it's all the time like that, but there is a lot of people that had never been in the streets before that, like I said, got behind this camera and let that camera and the views get to them. Like, hey, I'm really. Yeah.
But you can always tell though, Flip.
Yeah.
Word to Allah, bro. You can always tell who really been a part of that struggle, who back been against the wall, who got scars on their knuckles, like who been in them rumbles, like, excuse me, because it's like, bro, you got one life, but you get a chance to live every day.
That's real.
So, like, I dropped some content earlier about critical, crucial, like real risk decision making. Like every day I get up, my plan is to make it back home in one piece to my family. My second plan is this: to come home with some type of currency, some type of money, like to make our financial situation better. Like, you know what I mean? You know, gas is high. You know, kids, you got to take kids to school. You know, kids be so bad nowadays, they all got to go. A lot of kids go to all different schools. You feel me?
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
So it's like make it back home to my family. You know what I mean? And have critical decision making in my life where I got to make sure I make the right decisions to make it back home to my family. Because if you take the wrong risk, you know this shit gonna chew you up and spit you out, B. And
that's real.
Who gonna be hurt at the end? Your family. You know
that's who you're doing it for sure, bro. So that's definitely what the bigger picture is. Definitely, especially if you have kids, man. Make sure you create longevity so they have something to look back at if you do decide to, you know, take that risk and, you know what I'm saying, something happens to you, knock on wood, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? But that's the bigger picture of it, bro. And I feel like that's not put out there enough, is that what's glorified is like, yeah, if you in the gang, you set for life. This your family, like, bro. But they don't really, they don't speak on the real though, bro. They don't speak on the jealousy and envy by different people inside your circle, bro.
Right.
Go ahead. No, I ain't trying to cut you off. Go ahead.
It's a lot of shit, bro. Like that when it comes to like the Cali gang culture, you know what I mean? Like as far as like down here, like some up north type shit, like, bruh, it's a whole lot of gray areas that people not going to talk about. They not going to approach no matter what. The truth will be right there in their face, and they'll look at you and y'all be like, I don't know what you talking about. So it's like that's a form of hypocrisy to some people. But they, you know, they won't call them on it. But me, my nigga, like I tell people, you can't piss on my head and tell me it's rain. You know, because I'd have been on all levels of the gang aspect, like Ryder, a nigga that been against 15, 16 people, and I done tried to come out on the best I can on top. Like, you know what I mean? I done faced every obstacle that's been put in front of me to that degree to where I'm like, all right, I feel like I did my just due for the hood. You feel me?
Yeah, sure.
But the gray area is when you go to jail, you know, bail money. It's very far and few in between where you get homies that support you. They got to be your day zeros, not day ones. They got to be niggas that came up in that same household as you. Know, your cousins. You know, your cousins across the street. Like, they not really your cousins, but your mama say them your cousins. You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
You know, the etiquette of your household and all that shit. You feel me? And how you was raised. Because a lot of these niggas, they wasn't off the same hamburger or chili cheese fries with their homies or their day ones or day zeros, right?
No,
so what I mean by that is this. How I grew up in the hood, we got a lot of apartments on one of the blocks we used to be on, right? And our big homegirls, they used to be making food, giving homies food. Like everything was like bringing in money, like cooking food. We'd be out there all day. Hey, I got these $2 plates for y'all.
Yeah,
because we got to pay some, because why you going to go down here? No disrespect, but to this other race or to these other businesses where you can support your backyard.
No, that's
you know
real.
What I mean?
That's real.
That's what I love about where I come from. Even though I've been through so much pain behind where I come from, I love that. You know what I mean? And it's like, no matter how old I get, like I'm gonna always represent that, but you got to represent that on a positive level when you get a certain age, you know? So it's like, you know, we used to be over there, and, you know, the homegirls will bring us some plates out. Hey, y'all want some of this? Like, you know, we eating together.
Yeah, sure.
You know, we probably had like 1 or 2 homies. You know, they'll get their little plate, or they'll come from A&T's or Bernard's or something with their little chili fries, and, you know, they'll try to dip up in the wash house. But hey, it was cool when the nigga we was out here snorting this powder together. We was you feel me?
No, that's real.
Them the niggas you gotta watch. Them niggas that ain't off the same hamburger with you. Them niggas that ain't off the same chili fry with you. But you gotta watch some of the niggas that might be off the same hamburger and chili fry with you. You feel me? Because shit get political.
No, that's real. That's real. Not for sure. Like, I mean, shit. Everybody could be at the same table eating, bro, but you don't know everybody's intentions at that table. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to if they look at it still like, hey, well, one person might have more on their plate than the other person, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But before they even look at the plates, it's gonna be a discrepancy at the table. Because it's gonna be politics. It's gonna be for the same shit that they say Jesus got killed over. Religion. Who gonna pray? You feel me?
That's real. No, that's real. That's real.
You know, because as men, especially if it's a table full of men, we all carry this shit, what we call this false male pride, right? And it's like, bro, that's like your natural instinct. When a nigga be like, hey, nigga, hey, homeboy, hey, check me out. Like, when a person says something the wrong way, like nowadays, right? A lot of people like, hey, you bitch ass nigga. Hey, what's up, bitch? You know, people play with that word. Some people don't like playing. I used to be a person that didn't like playing with that word. But it depends on how you saying it.
Yeah, not for sure. I hear it a lot now too, and it's like, it's crazy because I didn't really hear that, you know what I'm saying, growing up like that. I mean, only a couple people would do that, and there would only be a couple people that would let you play with them like that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people would get offended by it, like, what? You just call me a bitch? Like, what's up, bro? We gonna have to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's everything's changed now, bro, with the tone of people's voices and shit. A lot of things that used to not be okay they're
Yeah.
kind of like deeming it as okay, bro.
Yeah,
And
it's a lot it's a lot more disrespectful out here, man. On the West, it's a lot more disrespectful, bro. You know, people out here in Cali, it's like we always been trendsetters. You know what I mean? No matter like, you got to come to man. Look, you got to come out here. If you famous wherever else you from, your name got to be on that Walk of Fame. You know what I mean? You got to come see the Hollywood sign. You know,
yeah, sure.
They gonna come do videos in the Lolos and all that. You got to come to LA, Dago, Frisco, Oakland. You know, Sacramento.
Nah,
you know
real,
what I mean?
that's real. Sure.
You got to come. You got to come out west. You know what I mean? So it's like out here, bro. People really don't understand how good they can have it, right? Because if you pay attention to life, the rules in life, that's like based on the 10 Commandments. That shit right there in front of you, right? So when it's right there in front of you, like, why you gonna keep looking up? You steady look up, you gonna miss what's in front of you. So, nigga, the white man say you go to school, you do this, you do all that, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. You know what I mean? Nowadays, these kids, like, you can't wake them up for school. They so disrespectful. Like, they talk bad. You know, they got these things.
They glued to the tablet. They glued their faces glued to the tablet.
But then when they get out in the field, you know, they got this thing like back in the days. You know, you used to have to earn your stripes. You used to have to earn, you know, your scars and shit like that. You feel? But it's like now these niggas, like, it's just, you know, a motherfucker just a pull up and just go crazy. And now he's sitting in the county like a 100 of this, 115 of them. You feel me? So like the tone of these youngsters, hell yeah, it's very disrespectful. You know what I mean?
No, that's real. Nah, that's for sure, bro. Like, and I'll say this too, bro. Like now, like nowadays, I used to see, like, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't always get to no gunplay, bro. People would squabble, you know what I'm saying? They don't squabble no more, bro. People are up in it, especially the younger heads. The younger heads is shooting down G homies, bro. Like, let's be real, bro. They'll get mad. They'll get mad. Go ahead.
Always been the type of person, no matter what, like OGs can't do nothing wrong. They put their work in, whatever. Like, I don't care what nobody saying about no OG. I don't disrespect the elders, bro. You know what I mean? Unless you just an older person that just asking for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, look, man, you need to call the police, because I'm gonna put your motherfucking ass in the convalescent home. Like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I really like they disrespect the older people. They put their hands on older people. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
And all actually,
no, because what I was saying is, like, say they get called for a DP, right? Instead of going and getting that ass whooping, bro, because you fucked up and you did something wrong, you know what I'm saying? They gonna go over there with they homies, and they stay with their little group, and they gonna have blick and they go up it, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. That's some disrespectful ass shit. And but then they still be from the section, though. It's not a put off or none of that.
Well, it depends on what section you from. You know, I can't speak for too many other cities or hoods and none of that type of stuff, but man, it's certain shit.
I was just saying that as an example. I mean, I don't know if anything went that far, bro, but it's getting towards that point.
Hell yeah, go that far, because, you know, it's like, it's favoritism. You know, it's favoritism. Some people be like, oh, who did that? Oh, man, you know that nigga people, man, that nigga being here great. Oh, that nigga, man, leave him alone. Like, you feel me? But,
yeah, that's real.
You know, shit do go that far. Some people get unalive behind shit like that. You know what I mean? And, you know, these supposed to be your homies. But it's like, I just feel like politics are politics. You know what I mean? What I tell people to make the decisions I made in life as far as like getting high, going to bullshit yards, mental, then try to bounce back. That was some bullshit, you know, and all that. I wouldn't tell no youngster. I'll tell a youngster to go to school, don't gangbang, bro. Because you it's better off being a player. Be a player, but think like a gangbanger. Don't wear certain shit to the wrong hood. Don't say cuz of blood. You know what I mean? Try not to say nigga too much. Try not to walk, you know what I mean? But just stick to the gangbanging rules, the street rules. That's the way you survive.
Yeah, because the street rules, at the end of the day, taking the gangbanging out of those are survival rules. At the end of the day, those are survival tactics. At the end of the day, if you take gangbanging out of it, so that at the end of the day, you, like you said, you can still, at the end of the day, you can still go buy those, but you use them as survival tactics. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got to have common sense. You got to have street sense. You know what I mean? Like,
they call it street smarts. Smarts.
When I went to prison, you know what I mean, my oldest sons, you know, they were like, I would say 7, 8, and 9. You know what I mean? No, they were a little younger than that because my son died when he was 7. So they were
Rest in
about,
paradise.
they,
My
you know,
condolences.
they were like back to back. So I would say like 3, 4, and 5 or something. You feel me?
Yeah.
And when I did 12. You know what I'm saying? They probably was a little older, but I did 12. I got out, they teenagers, 18, 19, probably. My oldest, you feel me? My 7-year-old is gone. So, you know what I mean? I pull up on them, talking to them, and they just grown-ass men. Like, these little niggas like just grown-ass men, like their veins popping out, like they just, they own that. Blunts this big, they popping them joints, they sipping them cups, like, you feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, damn. But, you know what I mean? I had the chance to spend time with him multiple times, days. Like, I'm like, man, and I'm looking at him. You know what I mean? We had my granddaughter party. I'm like, man, y'all niggas, all y'all little, all they friends, y'all not gonna eat no food, man. How y'all supposed to be gangbangers? Y'all not gonna eat, but y'all steady putting this stuff in your body. You feel me?
Yeah, that's real. No,
you know what I mean? So it's like they really on demon time. These youngsters out here are really on demon time.
That's real, bro. That's real. That's
what I
really
mean?
what it is right now. Yeah, that's what's crazy about it, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm doing shit like this, bro, for people out of my town, bro, to really like see, like, hey, like I'm trying to get people out there, bro. Like the streets is not the way to go, bro. I can help you in the business mindset way to really get out there with your music, bro. I'm a producer. I got a label going. I got a label going right now, bro. I'd love to have you fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anybody else that wants to fuck with it, bro. I make beats. You know what I'm saying? I be doing this podcast.
I got to get you in touch with my producer, man. My first cousin, man. He, you know what I mean? Like anything that got to do with music, man. He's open. Like I don't really know too much about music, but I know all that's in one person's hand with me. Like, you feel me? But like as far like he real down to earth, man. Like,
bet for sure.
So we gonna tap in. We
for sure gonna lock in. But like I said, bro, like that's basically what I'm doing. This is like to just tell the younger heads. You feel me? This is what we can do, bro. We can really get out there and put our names out there and put a positive light on the city, bro. Right. We don't have to always have a negative light shed on the city, bro. You know what I'm saying?
How old are you, Flip?
I'm 29, bro.
Oh, yeah, 29, man. But see, you was raised by the right people because you got the right mind frame. Because you still a YN, you feel me? And bruh, like, not to backtrack, but as far as like the youngsters in California now, like, they disrespect the dead too much.
Yeah, not for sure.
You know what I mean? Like back in the days, like they didn't, that wasn't cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they picking up, but like I said, we always been trendsetters. This is the Mecca of the Crips and Bloods. Like this is where a lot of shit started at.
Nah, for sure.
I wouldn't say gangs, like as far as like colors, gang colors and shit started out here. But as far as like, like in other states, like, you got the other shit that's original.
Yeah, for
shit,
for sure.
But as far as like, the 13, 14 Crip Blood, all that shit out here, like this is the Mecca of it. So it's like we trendsetters now. Man, I go somewhere, it be all type of people from like it's like Chicago. Like, how you got all these big crowd people hanging in these parking lots, and they got these little masses on. They be talking about on bro and them, on folks in them. I be like, damn, like y'all ain't even from out there, bro. Like, who is folks in them?
Yeah, I mean? so that's what I was gonna get to is the Chicago culture definitely boiled into California, bro, because really we wasn't really saying, hey, I'm smoking on my ops or I'm smoking on so-and-so until we heard Whoop-de-Whoop is saying it in Chicago. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had homies from Skyline that was saying in their songs a little bit back before them, but it wasn't as popular as what everybody else is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like now you hear everybody saying it. Now you could not even be a gang member and you're saying it. And then what's up with all these people that have never been in the streets before saying dead homies, bro? Like, I don't understand that.
Well, see, you got to think about it. A dead homie can be a dead friend.
No, for sure. But you could say my dead friend though, bro, because the dead homie shit was adopted by the streets though, bro. That's from the streets though. That came from the streets though.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I can't say that because you got to think the word homeboy always been there.
Nah, you're right.
You know what I mean? So it's like we got to get a square. So niggas that on gangbang, they got the right to, they got the right to say that.
That's cool. It's cool.
But it's like you got to be careful because
that's real.
Certain niggas be like on a dead homie. Where you from, nigga?
Yeah, not that part. That's what I'm
saying.
Like,
oh, bang. Them, the old me, like how I used to be on your dead. Where you from? Oh, bang, nigga, fuck your dead homies. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
And see what somebody can do because, you know what I mean? So it's, it's a 50-50.
I'm not gonna lie though, bro. I've seen a lot of non-affiliates really get out there though. I've seen a lot of non-affiliates not act like no bitch and really get out there though. Like, I'm not gonna say all of them, but I know a couple of non-affiliates that still pushed their line when they went behind walls. There was no bitch. They did their shit, and they still kept it cordial with everybody though. But there was a non-affiliate though.
Man, like out in LA County, you know, they used to have a little turned up non-affiliate fights. It was a couple non-affiliates that came in the dorm, and you know what I mean, like they had like a little rule in there, like if you was like sometimes you could be like a residential non-affiliate, like your family from over here, you run with them, you got to catch phase, right? But we like certain non-affiliates that come in there and you know they got that walk, they be like, man, you from somewhere, man, you bang, where your people from? Oh, I don't bang, my nigga. But they be like, why you asking me all these questions? You know, nigga, man, you got some phase, and they take them phase, you feel me?
Yeah.
You know, they be asked out because if it go kind, a lot of the gang bangers, I'm gonna keep it real. We went out for who they weren't trying to fight no tuners, no turned up non-affiliates. Because niggas will say you got niggas is packing them niggas out. If a non-affiliate fight a gang bangers is pack them out.
Nah, for sure.
You know, but they let him fight another non-affiliate.
Non-affiliate and that non-affiliate, unless he got other non-affiliates right there with him to fuck with him, ain't nobody gonna jump in or help him or none of that. He's gonna get rolled up.
Yeah, but see, that's when all the motherfucking gang bangers gonna come together.
Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying. That's real. That's real. That's
against them niggas that don't gang bang.
That's what I'm saying. That's where it gets real.
Hitting a lick or something. You feel me? So
that's where it gets real for the non-affiliates. That's where it gets bad for him, to be honest with you. Right. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no. What I was saying is that what you were saying too, just to get back to that, is like, yeah, bro, you hear a lot more of this disrespectful shit. Like, I'm smoking on this person, I'm smoking on that person, whatever. And the whole, I'm phoning them, I'm bro and shit. Like I said, definitely a lot of Cali people, more so the YNs, they adopted that from Chicago for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's that, you know, that's that Dirk-yo, bro. You know, that's that Dirk the Great, you know, Dirk, you know,
yes.
little JoJo, Chief Keef, like, you
Chief
know,
Keef, Lil JoJo, King Lil J, King Yella, all those different people.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, they got some real block poetry in their music. You feel me?
No, that's real. That's real.
And it's like I used to be in there listening to their shit on the tablets, the JPEG tablets and shit, right? And I'm like, man, these niggas is hard. You know what I mean? I used to be putting my little shit together, but it's like I always knew I can rap. You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Tiny Demon and my nigga Nutbone. You know what I mean? From the hood, man. Like, cause when I was in YA and certain little shit, like I used to be struggling with reading and shit. And these niggas was rappers, you know what I mean? My nigga MB number 3, you know, he a West Coast rapper right now that's cracking. You feel me? You got to go check him out, Flip.
Okay,
you know
for sure. Yeah, I definitely check him out. Shout out to
man,
bro.
On the real millionaire, man, everything big. And my boy TD, you know what I mean? Like when I struggle with certain shit in jail, you know, they helped me out a lot. And like, nigga, from me hearing them rapping, and it's like, you know how they say the teacher, you got the teacher, right? But then you got the student. Yep. You know, sometimes like, you know, the student pay attention so good to where they can put shit together. It's like I could see that shit. Like when I be rapping, I can see that shit. It's a whole lot of shit. Sure. It's a whole lot of shit I can rap about and just go crazy on because I have so much pain and so much frustration and so much buildup, right? But it's like me paying attention to what the Chicago niggas going through and all that type of shit. Like, you know, your metaphors got to be on point.
No, that's real. For sure.
You know what I mean? But I like showing niggas my process. Like, nigga, I'll show you right now. Like I'll grab a paper or something. Like on my video, like I beat on the table, like on that type of shit.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or, you know, just show people my growth. You know, because everybody's sampling beats and all that type of shit. Like I say, it ain't about getting paid. It's just about getting like exposure, you know?
Yeah, it's exposure. But I would say if you're gonna do anything and you put that out, I would say get with somebody that's a producer that'll actually make you the right beat. You feel me? Get your licensing straight so you can actually get paid from it and they won't take down the video, because a lot of people think, oh, I could just copy this little URL off a YouTube beat and go put it out and actually publish it. And then, damn, they're like, what the hell? DistroKid, they couldn't put it out. Why? Because that beat's already been sold to somebody else, bro. Like, come on now. Like, yeah, so it's also like knowing the business side of everything too, bro. The business side of streaming, the business side of music. But yeah, just get your exposure, bro. Especially too, if it's something you just do for fun as a hobby, music's like therapy, bro. At the end of the day.
I'm telling you, like, then when you play it back and a nigga like, man, I ain't even in the studio and this motherfucker sound hot. Like,
for sure.
Like, you know what I mean? I've been working on a song with Eastside Slick. Shout out Eastside Slick.
Shout out to Eastside Slick, man. You know, all day, up all night.
Man, that's my boy right there, man. He a king out of them LA streets. You know, he a brother.
All night.
Up all night. You know, he a good brother, man. And just
shout out to Eastside Slick, man. For sure.
You know, he be dropping jewels on me. He like, man, nigga, you bullshitting. Nigga, you supposed to be like, nigga, I ain't like, nigga, you can rap. Nigga, like, you know what I mean? Like, You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A couple other people hit me.
Shout out to my partner too from out of the Do Rocks, Big Blue Rag. He got a song with Eastside Slick.
Yeah,
he's hard too, bro.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like, you know, like he extended an olive branch, and it's like, man, like, you know, and you know, like he really like about his business, and he kept like I'm talking about like our first few minutes of conversating, bro. Like he dropped so many jewels on the nigga like, damn, this nigga really smart. Like niggas think Slick crazy.
Nah, bro. Bro's very intelligent and articulate, bro. Yeah. He just, you know, that's a character. That's a character.
But see the difference with me and Slick is just, well, it ain't no difference, right? We like the same generation, same age. The only difference is the flags that we represent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Or, you know, we older now. You know what I mean? Like the flag, like, you know, we older now. So it's like, you know, we came up, you know what I mean, like on the east side.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And the nigga familiar with people. Niggas know people, and it's like,
yeah.
You know, that's a good dude, bro. And like, you know, he extended the olive branch. He sent me the beat and like a few of them, and it's like he like get to work, and let me hear. And every time like I let him hear.
Say it one more time.
You still there?
Nah, yeah. You had cut out real quick.
I said, it's like every time he hear what I got, man, it's like, you know, like he's so passionate about his craft and music, and like he give niggas affirmation, like, nigga, that's hard, nigga.
Nah,
I
that's what's up, bro.
Like, I'm like, all right, what else? Like, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to you know, take the song over or do too much. He say, man, nigga, do you feel me?
Okay. Nah, bro, that's you know, that's motivation right there for you to keep going harder too, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just love and game right there, like you said, bro. Yeah. Also too, to put you up on some game too, like I got somebody, like I said before last time when I was talking to you on Easy's podcast, shout out to Easy Call TV. He right there in the comments, he put a knock him off the block, twin.
Knock him off. What's up, Easy Call? Shout out Easy Call, man.
That's my guy, man. So boom. So I got a producer that'll custom make beats for you as well too, bro. So if you ever wanted to fuck with somebody else, another producer, he do the custom made beats, and he do the 5 beats for 100. Set up your publishing through Empire and really back your shit and really market your shit the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I also go ahead.
I hear you.
No, I also got if you ever want to put your shit to the next level, bro, and get your own TV channel, I could lock you in with my people over there at TV Startup. They'll set you up with your own Roku channel, Android TV channel, Fire TV channel.
For sure. We definitely on the real, like you see, it's like, you know, man, like, see, this is what you call when Allah put them monitoring spirits in front of you, right? You got the good ones and you got the negative ones. You feel me?
That's real.
The negative ones come around all the time, but they you know, they come in the form of friends and all that shit, or associates or enemies, you know what I mean? And they it's always to tell you the bad news. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh, this what happened with John. Oh, you know, Billy did this.
Yeah.
You know, nigga don't be want to hear that shit, but like shit like this, you know, that's that knowledge, that shit power. That's what a nigga need. That's that growth.
Yeah, not for sure. So what you could do is you can set up your subscription based up to $35 subscription base. So all your viewers, they have to pay $35 to join the channel, right? And your playlist would be set up like right here would be your reaction videos, right here would be your music, and then everything all the way down like a little playlist.
Sure, a nigga need that game right there, because it's like I'm so old school. Like I barely know how to work this iPhone. Like, this motherfucker scare me sometimes. Nigga be like, "What's up with this motherfucker?" Like, you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? That location shit, and you know, I heard people can walk up and be like, "Do some shit like that." You feel me?
Yeah, nah, people could walk up to you now, right? And if you have your Apple Wallet, if you got Apple Wallet, and they just tap their phone to your phone, they can take money out your account.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's thievery,
right? But so what it is you could go live on 30 different platforms at the same time on one server through their channel, right? And you can also reach out to, like, you know, say if you want to reach out to Fox, ESPN, you can have your stuff played on their channel at certain times, and then their stuff played on your channel at certain times. So you basically, you know, just do camaraderie with different networks
and she gets you in that algorithm.
Yeah, it gets you in the algorithm because I'm gonna say like this: is you don't need a big platform to go over there. You start your you create your audience, you create a whole
like from scratch.
Yeah, from scratch basically. Yeah. So what it is it's they can see your YouTube videos on there, but then they're like, okay, boom, bro got YouTube, bro got an Instagram. Now they're checking you out over there. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting you more out there. Right. So what it is basically.
So we definitely gonna lock that in, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's the music shit. You feel me?
Yeah, no, for sure. So
what you think about my music?
That shit's hard, bro. I fuck with it. I'm gonna be real with you.
It's West Coast, huh?
It's real G-Funk. It's going back to that old G-Funk. That old G-Funk for sure. It's going back to that old G-Funk, like some old West Coast shit.
Basically, niggas ain't did that in man. Shout out Baby Runner, man. Shout out Baby Runner, bro.
Shout out to Baby Runner. He definitely with that G-Funk flow too. He still got that.
And it's like, bro, you know, I had the honor to rub shoulders with him when I was young in camp, bro. And it was just like that nigga. He calmed down a lot, right? And
yeah.
He used to be hyper as hell. Man, the nigga go home. He go home from camp. You know, like he was rapping and shit, doing all that, right? But you know what I mean? Like just fucking around, you know, beating on the lockers and shit. But like, you know, a nigga, he go home from camp. Man, like 2 weeks, I see the nigga again. I'm a little nigga, man. I'm like, what you come back to jail for? He like, man, look, I got the tattoos on the face now. Nigga, this what you
Hey man, shit, man, that's crazy. But nah,
he from the same generation, right? Like, you know, it's some Damus out there, some Bloods that, you know, they got the same type G-Funk, like storytelling style and all that shit. I would say shout
out to my G homies, man. Shout out to Big June. He's still with that G-Funk flow. You know, shout out to Mitchie Slick. He's still with the G-Funk too. They both got that.
See, we call that mob music. You feel me?
Nah, for sure.
You know, and it's like, bro, Jack and Hustler and them, San Quinn, AP9, Looney Coleon, Brother Lynch.
Yep, Looney Coleon.
I mean? X-Rated and all them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's the type of music I like. Like I fuck with Mozzie.
Shout out to the Bay, man. Shout out to the Bay. Shout out to Sacramento, man. For sure.
You know what I mean? Like the community I grew up in, like we love that mob music, man. Like, you know, shout out to my boy Deuce. The Deuce, you know, put it in my hand because it belonged to me. Whatever.
Oh yeah. He going crazy right now, man. Shout out to Deuce, man. He going crazy right now. For sure, bro.
Our boy Pedro Mike right there, man. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, it's a whole lot happening out here, man. You know what I mean? And you know, that's happening on the east side. But people got to stay focused.
Nah, for sure, bro. And I feel like you know what I'm saying, never limit yourself too, bro. I could already tell that you're a real versatile artist, so you don't gotta always do the G-Funk. You could do some, you know, some storytelling, more really deep, you know, some pain music.
You know, I got like some little R&B shit. You know, I got R&B shit. I got a song about my son, a song about my relationship. You know, I got shit like, you know, I be sitting back thinking like, how can I put this in this song, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about like the struggle niggas go through coming up, like, you know, without exposing too much, but niggas know exactly what the fucking nigga talk about. Sure. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, shit, just put the metaphors in baseball. You know what I'm saying? Talk baseball. You know what that is, gang. You know what I'm saying?
On the real, that's what a nigga been doing, talking baseball.
All tops.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like, we haven't came up with the name of the song yet. Me and Slick, you know what I mean, plan on doing. I hope it go well. Inshallah. That mean God willing.
Yeah, nah, it will. It for sure will, bro.
You know what I mean? But the things I've been through these past couple weeks with you know who.
Yeah.
And the conversations I'm having with, you know, individuals backstage and like you know, behind the scenes is like a nigga done with niggas, bro. Like, I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm from where I'm from, but it's like this. I got to do what's best for my family. My kids come first.
Nah, that part,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's my kids, it's God, my kids, then my wife. You know what I mean? Then me, in that order. You know what I mean? Yep, so it's like, you know what I mean? Then everything else comes after that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's like, you know what I mean? I like Boosie said, I would rephrase it because he said you'll get hated on from your community the most. People in your community,
that's
right?
real.
But I would say, like he said it right, not the whole community, but individuals.
Individuals, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Is I wouldn't say your whole community, but there is gonna be always those individuals that have a lot of jealousy and envy towards you. They might not show it in person. They're gonna be pillow talkers, or it might be behind scenes. You know what I'm saying? But they had that animosity towards you because either you told them, here, bro, I'm not going to give you a handout. This is the script. This is the blueprint. This is what you got to do. They didn't want to do it. They wanted to be lazy, whatever it was. And they were like, they see you up now. So they're like, hey, what the fuck? Why am I not up with bro? You know what I'm saying? So now
and it's like, you got to understand, people got responsibilities. Like, man, I love my community. I love where I come from. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't give a fuck what nobody think. Like, nigga, like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, a nigga from that concrete, right? Right there, that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
And it's like, nigga, that's all the nigga know. And it's like, I want to do something different in life. Like, you know what I mean? For my people that come from over there, for people I know, you know what I mean? People I rub shoulders with. A nigga, a genuine person. Nigga make mistakes. You know, ain't nobody perfect. You know what I mean? We, like I say, men know what men do. Like, you know what I mean? where nigga be like, man, nigga shouldn't did it. That was some bullshit.
Yeah,
Like, you feel
that's
me?
real. That's real.
And I will give you a situation. Like when I was in prison, nigga was in there thugging, top rank. You know, that shit consumed my life, bro. Like, nigga, every time I called my baby mama, my family, it was just hood this. What's going on? Like, you feel me?
Yeah, sure.
But when I was in the hood, we like, a nigga was on powder. You know, meth is different from that shit, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
When you try to snort meth like you snort powder, nigga, you gonna end up in the hospital. You gonna kill, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to be very strong-minded. Then, if you have tragic incidents in your life that transpire, those elements that knock you off your dribble. You feel me?
Yeah, that trauma definitely stays
so,
with you for sure.
You know what I mean? Everybody know why I was in there. I lost my son at was 7, and I lost my mom. And how I found out about it, you know, I was in the hole fighting a drug case. Me and my wife, you know, we got caught with like 95 grams heroin and some weed. You know what I mean? And it was like, I'm back there. I went to the hole September 6th. I remember it like yesterday. You know what I mean? For the main law. Go to the hole. September 6th, I'm in the hole. I'm back there. I'm like, fuck it, it's program time. I'm busted down, you know what I mean? Going to yard with the homies, back and forth. Nigga, I'm talking about like, you know what I mean? It's people back there that was considered PCs, EOPs, like the other side of the yard, like, you know what I mean?
So,
And the way a nigga neglected them, like not talking to them, like, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to make us, we ain't passing nothing for y'all, like, because that was that bullshit where our mind frame was on. You know what I mean? It wasn't no racial problem because the Southerners, everybody we was back there with, that was considered GP, we were all together. You know what I mean? Like we were all looking out for each other and all that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Around before October came, I started having these dreams that I was about to lose somebody. I don't know what, and that's my right hand Allah. I don't know what the fuck it was, Flip. So, nigga, I'm getting up in the middle of the night praying. I'm like, what the fuck going on, right? And I'm like, man, I hope everything's straight. October. What did he do? I think myself the 22nd or the 20th. That's when he passed away. I'm not for sure, right? So, like around like the day he passed away, I never found out about it. The next day, everybody at the whole prison though that had a TV. I didn't have a TV because I was in the shoot. At Palm Hall. All the COs know and all that because my mom, my dad, certain family members been calling around. They like, what's up with James, man? Like, you know, shit just passed away. He in the hole, him and that girl caught that case. He fits to go crazy. You know what I mean? Like, we need to see what's going on with him. Did he find out yet? You know, they like, no, he ain't find. So they calling. Remember, like yesterday, like, hey, Thomas, you want to go to yard? I'm like, yeah, man, let me brush my teeth real quick because I got up kind of late. I get up, brush my teeth, stretch, put my extra boxers on, you know, the prison little shit.
Yeah, sure.
Grab my little contraband chicken, you know, like, you know, boom, put my hands in the dough. You know, I got my apple right here, you know, so I with peanut butter and shit. Nigga, go out there. Nigga, I'm on the yard with the dog, with the homies. You know, we busting down, we doing these burpees, you know what I mean? These 22 counts. But I'm like, they got the beeper that before we get to the yard, they whine us. You know, they whine us.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm noticing the police like, hey, how you doing today, Thomas? I'm like, I'm good. Like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm for sure. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not trying to talk to him that much. You feel me?
Yeah, sure.
And I know that the presence in the hallway, it always be a lot of Johnny's, always be a lot of law enforcement right there. So
yeah,
I'm like, but you know, it was rumors around that they say somebody was back there with some shit and they had this and that. I was back there for a drug case, so I had to be on my toes. And
yeah,
you know what I mean? So I'm like, when I walk in the hallway, they're like, everybody looking at me right in my fucking eye. My first mind, I don't think about nobody dying. I think like, fuck, man, they know about me smoking that weed last night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got caught up or something. Yeah,
yeah,
like,
so,
okay.
Man, bro, nigga go to the yard and get the busting down. The lieutenant come out like, hey, what time is that? I'm like, I'm right here. He come out with like 2 other police, tell him to stay right there. The homie Devil from Blackstone was like, hey, Moon, look. I'm like, hey, what's this about, LT? I look at the lieutenant name. His name is Thompson. He like, hey, yeah, man, my name is Lieutenant Thompson, Thomas. He like, I'm like, yeah, man, we not related. I'm like, what's going on? You feel me? He like, I want to talk to you about something. I'm like, I don't got no write-ups. I don't got no 602s pending and none of that type of shit. Everything's adjudicated. Like, look, already pled guilty to the 115. Like, I'm waiting to go to court and shoot for Palm Hall. Like, I ain't got nothing to talk about. He like, it's serious. I need to talk to you. You know, the homie that had the hole back there, that was a Dambu homie. I'm like, what this nigga talking about, man? I'm like, hey, man, I tell him, like, go over there, LT, man, let me talk to my boys real quick. You feel me?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
he, you know, in prison, they give you that courtesy. He walk over there. The homie like, man, fuck that. Don't go in there. I'm like, yeah, I ain't about to go. The lieutenant come back like, man, look, man, it's an emergency. It's a family emergency, man. And I look in his eyes. He like, all right, bro. He take me out the cage. We walk. You know what I mean? We get in the hallway, up the little stairs. He like, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's about your son. I'm like, who? He like, your 7-year-old. I'm like, who? Shit? He like, yeah. He was like, it was an accident. He was hit by an ice cream truck. I'm like, yeah. But my little nigga, he was tough. I'm like, what's up, man? He straight though, right? He good? He like, no, man, he gone. I'm like, whoa. Like, nigga, it was over. Like, you feel me?
Nah, for sure.
I damn near shitted on myself, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, cuz dead? He was like, yeah. I'm like, cuz dead? He was like, yeah, that's all I kept saying. I'm like, and he pushed me against the wall because it was other niggas coming out to the yard.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm crying. I'm like, against the wall. Niggas like, what up, Moon, man? You straight? You know what I mean? He like that, like, hey, man, keep walking. He just got some bad news. So now everybody, you know, because everybody on the yard like, why the police take him in there? What's going on? You feel me?
Yeah, type shit.
You know, that's just type shit going on in prison. You know, they walk me. Nigga, I called my mama. Nigga, they put me on the phone and all that shit. I called my baby mama. I'm like, man, what happened? Talked to them for a minute. Like, I just, you know, that, and that's just what it was. So fast forward, you know, I get to the 4-yard, you know, Lancaster up there programming, you know, doing what needs to be done. And, you know, shit come through. You know, nigga get to going up. Nigga get obituary. Nigga start getting pictures on, you know, phones and shit. And I'm noticing he missing. Nigga get the little discovery from the deposition here and I never knew about of a lawsuit. You know what I mean? And I get to see, you know, you get to see names,
Yeah,
them
sure.
claim and all that shit. And what people trying to do and all this. Last name pop up. I said, oh, this nigga last name, right? Damn, all right. I'm going up. I'm steady snorting dope. You know, I'm programming, I'm chilling. A week passed. I'm still doing the same thing, bro. Think about my little nigga. I'm in there making songs and rapping and shit. And the homie tell me, hey, we about to get some neighbors, fool, like 2 doors down. It's gonna be some Mexicans. You gotta chill. I'm all right for sure. Cause I was going all night, boom, beating, radio
sure.
loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Neighbors come up. I look at one of their little boxes, like the bags they come from wherever the reception, wherever they came from. Their last name was Vasquez on that motherfucker. Nigga, you know, I thought that was the nigga. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
I thought that was the nigga. Cause nothing in my mind tell me that this wasn't that nigga, that Mexican that ran my son over. You feel me?
But you had that thought in your mind, like it has to be, bro. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay. Then politics happen. Then politics happen. Phone calls start being made behind the scenes with niggas in there, people on the streets. You know, niggas know, man, that's the homie, cuz straight. Like, look, wait, man, tell him calm down, man. We don't want, look, man, that's twin. Look, that's Jeep, man. Cuz got to calm down. He just lost his son, cuz. Homie's like, man, we gonna move him over here with us. Police cap my door. My whole cell is capped. I can't come out. My cellie deported. Cuz going in and out. Okay. But I can't come out for nothing for some reason. Somebody told the police I was high. Well, not that. They said, man, he been drinking. That's the favorite line. Tell the Mac rep to go tell him he been drinking, man. He got to stay in the cell. So somebody told on me, you know what I mean? Talked to a couple of homies on the phone. They like, cuz, you got to calm down. We're going to move you down here. You know, you can't get into it with the Mexicans, cuz. All right. Police ended up at my cell. I had my thing on me, nigga, go to the hole. While I'm back there, I have a nervous breakdown, whatever, and I just say, man, I'm cool on politics. But that wasn't the right decision. You feel me? I feel it wasn't the right decision at that time, but now it is what it is. You know, I regretted it because you give niggas a reason to talk about you.
Nah, for sure. Nah, that's true. Yeah,
While I'm over there, I ain't gonna say their names, but my cousin from the hood, a few of the homies got back in touch with me like, cuz, you better get from over there, boy. What your bitch ass doing, boy? We don't play these games. I know you, James. Nigga, I know you, nigga.
Yeah, okay.
I said, all right, nigga, I'm gonna make it happen, cuz, you feel me? Just like that. And it's on document that nigga, twin from East Coast, went to a PC yard. The homies told me, get the fuck off that yard. Nigga, what's up, cuz?
You went back GP.
You know what I mean? I went to, it was two EOP buildings and 2 GP buildings. Went one day. You know what I mean? They was pulling the plug. Damu's and Keyway, like everybody off them type of yards. So the politics was taking this turn to where I would have been straight, but I jumped the gun. When I got back, I was on my full court press. What we doing? I know I got a DP coming. Let's get out. Hold on, cuz. Man, we not doing nothing. We calling the hood Fuck jail. We gonna call my homies in the hood. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
We gonna talk to the niggas I've been talking to. Nigga, fuck that was happening. You know, like they didn't like how I was going. Like nigga got off on me. I got up, started doing my shit. Nigga pulled that knife out my ass cheeks and turned into a Chucky dog.
Okay.
Ever since then, I've been on the EOP shit, the mental health shit, bro.
Okay. No,
But
okay, for sure.
confidential information was dropped on me that day. I got the
Mm.
paperwork in one of these trunks, one of the treasure chests I got in here that I be politicking with. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like somebody over there told him, "Oh, he can't be here because he came from that type of yard." But y'all told me, niggas tell me to come back.
Okay.
You know, I'm not saying the homies did it, but the political aspect of niggas tell me
Yeah,
to come
no, for
back.
sure.
You
No,
know,
for
and
sure.
I'm gonna keep it real. That shit probably would have happened every yard I went to. So that's why I say I was playing for taking that bait and going back to try to uphold my reputation when they gonna talk about a nigga anyway.
Yeah. No, I feel it. Basically, you thought it was the right move. It was the right move in the views of everybody else type shit. But actually, you know what I'm saying, it didn't really work out that well for you because they still was still talking about you like as if you didn't just bop off that yard and go to the right yard.
You know what I mean? That that's the first time when I was in prison that niggas ever tried to put their hands on me, and that was kind of like I had niggas on the run. Everybody that was there from every gang, every hood was like, nigga, that nigga Twin G, nigga, that nigga came out here and did his shit. I was the aggressor. You know what I mean? Not taking nothing from I was the aggressor, and I knew I was in the wrong as far as the political standpoint, and I took the write-ups. Nigga, I told the police I rushed in. Once I knew I was going to the hole, I say, look, man, what I'm going to the hole for? They said, this your locker board. We got confidential information. I said, damn. And said, hey, Walker, you going back. They say, Sims, you going to the hole because this your second battery. You got a battery on B yard. I said, man, I rushed him and Walker, man. He didn't have nothing. Look, I rushed them, man. My mental health, I rushed them. And you know what I mean? I went to the 115 here, made the type of statements I need to make to get the homie out that situation. You know what I mean? But niggas don't talk about that. You know, I don't want niggas to talk about that because that was needed to be done. I needed to be punched on, you know what I mean? Or get shot because of the bullshit I went on to that type of yard. But like, I'm still the same nigga. I'm just trying to change, brother. You feel me?
No, that's real. That's real. Okay. And would you say that those dreams you had kind of was intuition that you kind of knew somebody was going to be passing?
Your body releases these chemicals, bro. You know what I mean? It's natural. You know, like when something going on, you got to pay attention to that shit. And that's why I made it through prison when I was up against it, because I paid attention to my dreams. I prayed. I meditated. I was getting high, but nigga, at the same time, when I stopped getting high, I was more dangerous. I played the same games everybody else is playing. Nigga, give me some drugs, I'll give it to my celly. Nigga, give me some food, I'll give it to his homie. Watch him throw up. Watch him tweak out. You feel me?
Okay.
It's politics. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like you hang around niggas, right? No matter what type of yard you on, we just gonna say the GP, the general population, and the other side. It's gonna be malice. It's gonna be nigga. It's gonna be thugs. It's gonna be nigga gangsters. Nigga, it's gonna be killers. It's gonna be all type of shit going on both sides, right? The thing about the GP side, it's a little more secret. You know, you got gay niggas that's more secret. You got the snitches that's more secret because business get handled. Yeah. You know what I mean? On the other side, that shit just wild, like the wild world, like whatever's going on in the world. So it's more dangerous because there's no code of ethics, no code of conduct. You know, there's no pecking order.
Anything goes over there in the other yard. Like it's not like it's not like it's not closed in. You know what I'm saying? It's not kept behind the wall, kept behind the scenes. A lot of the stuff on the GP yard, there might be somebody that has bad charges, but you would never know because they keep it under. You know what I'm saying? They might have a bad charge.
It's like this, brother. All that shit is hypocritical, bro. It's like it's set up to fail, right? Because you hanging around niggas from your hood. You're not even getting into it with your enemies. Even on the other yards, you hanging around niggas you cool with from your hood, and you dealing with your enemies and niggas you might be cellies with or whatever you got going on, right? But it's like you still with your core with your homies because niggas still trying to keep that real standpoint, right? And you hanging around these niggas, right? But it's like the enemy is closest to you, right? and they waiting on you to slip so they can snatch your heart out with your first mistake, bro. So they can move up in the ranks.
No, that's
You know,
real.
you know, like the bucket, like the sea creatures in the bucket that's pulling people down, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I was involved in that shit. I was sitting right next to niggas I knew, like, I might have to knock this nigga down one day up in here. Man, that shit fucked me up, bro.
Nah, because it all goes back. I'm about to say, we about to end it in a second. Cause my computer tripping and my camera just turned off. But what's it called? I was gonna say it all goes back to what we were talking about before with the jealousy and envy and stuff like that. Like you said, it could be, you're not getting into it with really enemies. You're getting into it with your own homies, people in your own car that might look at you like, hey, you got a higher rank, so I'm gonna do this so I could really go up and get my stripes. You know what I'm saying? So you always
all
have
the
to be
time,
trying
brother.
to,
Look, all the time, right? You in prison. This not prison. This how the yours be, right? You will get a nigga that ain't never been nothing on the streets. People used to mark him out, do all type of shit to him.
Yeah.
Then they pump him up to go on a mission. He go to jail, get life, right? Now he the big dog on the yard. You hear me?
Nah, that's how it goes.
Now
For
he
real.
on the yard and he politicking cold. And he said he playing mind games like, hey, what was that shit about in the hood? Why niggas do a nigga like that? He like, man, what's up? You want some food? Whole time he giving you that Mickey. You know what I mean? Cause like, look, man, that nigga want that, man, that nigga off, nigga, yeah, you got a date, you hear me?
Yeah, nah, for sure.
That nigga don't give a fuck, man. Then he telling other niggas like, look, man, man, don't let that nigga come out the cell with them shower shoes on again. I'm gonna stick 4 niggas on him, you feel me?
Yeah. No, that's how that is how that shit goes down. But okay, bro, shit. Go ahead and tell them where they can find you at, bro.
Man, so there I was, right, man. I'm King James, man, off the east side of Los Angeles, man. Look, San Pedro Avenue, man. You know what I mean? I do music. You know what I mean, man? Look, man, I'm an actor. You know what I mean? Like, man, like I'm talking about I got a story to tell, brother. Like I'm funny. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I get emotional at times and all that, but it's just based on all the shit I've been through, man. I'm on all platforms. King_James 11800, man. Slogan, so there I was. And that's catchy. The reason I say that is because I want y'all to say right. So there I was, right?
Oh, okay, there I was, right? Okay, yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And everything else gonna come with it. And you know what I mean? You won't be disappointed. You know, it's about respect,
for sure, man.
It's about love, it's about peace. And you know what I mean, making positive decisions and about fathers being there for their kids, man.
No, that's real, bro. That's
real.
I
got an alter ego too, man. I'm Block Man.
Okay.
You know, I had to jump out on a predator today, man. You know, he was by the school. I had to put the helmet on with the glove. You know what I mean? I was coming home to get some of that good, man, but I made it too late, man, because I had to, you know what I mean? I had to make sure this nigga get away from the school. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay. So
he had a brown bag. It wasn't no candy in it, though. It was like a brown paper bag.
Nah, that's not. Yeah, that's no good, man. That's no good. That's out. Okay, bro. Well, shit, man. Yeah, definitely, bro. Y'all don't sleep on King James, man. He got music coming. He got a bunch of content coming. What's the name of your YouTube channel, bro?
So there I was, King James _11800, the same shit. But I'm gonna dive into the shit you was talking about too, man. It's only way it's up, bro.
That's real.
Only way it's up, man.
That's real.
Appreciate you, man. It's an honor. Shout out Easy Call, man. Shout out my boy Flip, man. Shout out Dago. You know what I mean? Florida, man. Shout out everybody, man. And it's about peace, man. Assalamu alaikum to the good Muslim people out there. And peace and blessings, man. Allah's the greatest.
All right, yeah, bet, bro. You have a blessed one. We definitely gonna lock in, and I'm gonna send you all those links and shit for that channel and all that, all those different plugs I was telling you about. I'm gonna send you all that in your IG.
Tap in, man. Hot music, man. Listen to that shit. Hot music, real raw bars, man.
We about to end with the song right now, so they gonna hear it again. For sure. Yep. All right, bro. You have a blessed one, man. Yep. Peace. Yep. One.
Fuck a Bobby, yeah, I'm killing off all the chapters. Confidential former, we all know you an actor. Fake Cali activist, don't make me smack a bitch. I do this shit extravagant, don't make me stab again. Get rolled up like an avalanche. I heard he's a chatter man, he's loading all the data man. Watching me gon' tell again, you ain't gotta tell a friend. Murder mission, mini-me, free BT and his friends, bitch. Free young dog, nigga, free baby show, Lil Mousy, Mac Dre. Knock him off his block, twin. I knocked him off, twin. Who ranked it, nigga? Knock him off his block, twin. I knocked him off, twin. Alright, knock him off his block, twin. I knocked him off, twin. Yeah, nigga, rest in peace, Baby G, nigga, free Mac Dre, nigga. Cisco, nigga. Baby G rap, nigga. Still the same freedom mob, nigga.
Get fucking down. Get the fuck out of here. Kick fuck him out. Hey, young boy, come here. Come here, young boy.
streets ain't gonna like this.
What you mean the streets ain't gonna like that?
Yeah. I told you don't fuck with me, nigga. Niggas know I'm really retarded. Please don't get me started. If you rank on